Hello everybody, it's Kayaputan on YouTube, and I'm currently going to do a review of what I unboxed earlier and uploaded a video on YouTube. That's nice, fly. I unboxed my tail for my fursuit. It came today. I opened the box on video. It had the cute little drawing of the tail, and after we left and tried it on, I put it on with a belt. I know I'm not going to put it on for this video for the simple fact I want to go get the belt. It's two belts put together because the belts, I don't have a belt, only my girlfriend has belts. So I had to wear her belt, so I had to put two together to wear it. I had to put the other belt through right up to the last hole you would get to on a belt, right near the buckle. Put it through that one, so then I just had the buckle extension that was like that long to put around. That's all I needed. I also got this letter. I noticed after we put it on, it says, "Dear Cancerous," that was my first name, "thank you so much for your order from Shot Collar. I hope you enjoy wagging your new tail all about. If you need anything else or have any questions, please contact me. Chili." Chilifoo was the creator of my tail. I felt so bad for commissioning this tail because I was quite specific, but I gave a lot of artistic freedom. I basically said, you can have artistic freedom what the tail looks like. Originally I was going to get a full partial suit from Chili, and instead I decided to make the tail because I made the suit for myself, and it's a bit shitty. It was my first suit I actually worked on, so I might get that up and just show you the head. The hand paws are shitty, I won't get them up, I'll just show you the head. I said to Chili, you can have complete artistic freedom, make it how you want. Unfortunately, I couldn't respond to the templates she made of the tail. I was on holiday up in Newcastle. I live in Bath at the moment with my girlfriend. This is her flat. We've lived here for about 3 weeks now, everything's going great. We were up in Newcastle with her parents. I'll probably do a video on them in a bit, but you can wait for that. We were up in Newcastle and I couldn't respond to the templates, but the templates looked great. I let her know when we came back down. I said, they're great, that's fine. She carried on with it anyway. I specified a fur and where to get it, which made it a lot more expensive because it was a English company called Mohair Bear Making Supplies. They sell fur, realistic eyes, stuffing. I think they sell bear templates, everything like that. And I asked for this specific fur because it's the same green I used to make my suit. I'll show you an example of it. I'm getting the tail over here as well, so I don't have to get back up to show you the tail. The green I asked for is the green on here. And this is my suit. I know everything is wrong with it, so you don't need to point it out. The eyes are a bit weird, it's a bit choppy around here and here. This is uneven compared to this. The fur's coming off in places. I might touch it up soon. This bit's very big and it shouldn't be. The black bits here are uneven, but I turned them to markings on the actual character so it looked better. It's a bit uneven and you can see it if I put it forward. The nose is a bit weird, but again, for my first suit I didn't know how to make it. It's very gluey around the nose, you'll notice. But that's the best I could do, and it was my first suit. This back bit needs to be patched up, but I don't know how to go about that yet. This is of Ceres Mercury, who was my persona. They're now a part-time persona, but I don't draw them anymore because I have a suit of them. Basically, if I get a suit of a character, I won't be drawing them anymore because I don't need to. Lastly, the tail from Chilifoo is this beautiful thing. It's huge. And I love it. It's so squeezable. I'm assuming they use normal stuffing in for it. It's got belt loops on it. They're a bit uneven, but no one sees them if you look at the differences. And I can't complain because my suit is entirely uneven. But for me, it adds character to it. So having it uneven is a huge kind of compliment, I guess. But the whole tail in itself. If I hold up the head and the tail at the same height, you just look at the size of the tail compared to the head. The tail is huge, and I'm gonna regret standing on this probably. This is gonna be painful, but the tail comes down to there, and now I'm about 5'7", maybe a tiny bit shorter, maybe half an inch shorter. I had a massive growth spurt since we went vegetarian/vegan, and I grew. It's a nice tail to wear. It's very loose around my waist, but I haven't tried to get a belt that tight, because I need to purchase a man's belt soon. Because the one I did have broke. One my girlfriend got me broke. And we're trying to lose weight anyway, so as soon as I lose weight, probably wear my girlfriend's belts, because she gave me 3 to use when the tail came. I wouldn't normally comment on the postage, because postage isn't down to the seller, the retailer. Chilifoo had basically no say in what time this would have got here, I assume. It could have been like, oh, what type of delivery, like a next day, 3 to 5 days, stuff like that. But it's really out of your control as soon as you send it. What is next day can become next week. I'm not fussed about what she posted it with. All that matters is it got through customs and it got to me. Now, I was worried because it was in customs for a long time. It was in customs from the 14th to 18th, and custom only holds things for 2 days, 48 hours, unless there's an illegal thing found with the product. Luckily, that did not happen to me. I thought it did, but because they sent it with USPS, I found they only update for me when they remember to. I had to send them multiple things where you put in email updates with my name, which was Brett, and then my email, and I got email updates, and that reminded them, I did it every day, eventually, as soon as it got out of customs, every day, to remind them to update it. Finally, it got to me, and I'm so happy with this tail. It's such a nice tail. It goes nicely with the suit. I plan on using this tail for other suits as well. All of my characters have green tails, and they're all tails that look like this. Even like my other kinsonas have tails like this. It's such a nice tail. It's so big. Like the size of it compared to my head is just, it's huge, it's big, and it's squishy, and I love it. It's made really well from what I can see. It's obviously not glued down as you might expect from a maker sometimes. I know makers sometimes prefer to hot glue. I've had that experience before where everything I've bought from a maker was just hot glued down and it came apart. Which is why I was hesitant. But Chilifoo sewed it down, which was really nice. Having it sewn down was a lot better. And all I can say is thank you so much for completing this request that was demanding but also loose. I guess the fact that I demanded a specific type of fur was made up for the fact I gave artistic freedom. I mean, I can't even get this whole thing in the camera because it's so big. Now, bearing in mind I'm 5'7", that's at crotch level. This is the size of my torso. I'd say if I could stretch it out, if it wasn't fixed in this shape, this would probably be a good 3 feet. A good 3 feet. It's the size of a small child. It's up there. It's the size of a small child. I love it. It's so big and cushy, and I took some photos earlier of me with the tail on, and this is going to be awkward to do, but I could actually pull the tail up and around a bit, so I can hold my tail, and that'll stop little kids from grabbing it once we eventually go out in the suit. I have another character I want to make, which is called Alex, which is just a white and green character that I'm probably going to use this tail for more, but I haven't made that suit yet. That's going to be my next suit. I plan on making them soon. Ow, fuck. We've got all of that stuff down there. The yellow... Oh, shit. The yellow thing... Sorry about that, guys. The yellow thing is my Pikachu onesie, but everything in there is the raw materials. There's my paws and stuff, my arm sleeves. But we have some materials in there. There's a little bit of green fur I can use. I need to order in white fur. I need to get more foam from the Bristol Upholstery Shop. We've got some in there. It's not enough to make the head. And I'm hoping that will go well. This was only a small review. It was less of a review, more than a look at this. This is fucking great. But thank you so much, Chilifoo. I love the tail. You've been great. You had great communication. And that's all I can really say. Thanks so much for making it, although I was a complete knob with some things, such as confirming tail looks and fur fiasco. But thank you so much. It's such a great tail, and I love it so much. And I honestly couldn't have asked for a better tail. I love it so much. I mean, I was so happy when I first found you as a user, because Chilifoo contacted me on Tumblr and said, "Hey, I make suits. I know you're looking for a suit. Here I am. Here's my fur affinity. Go look." So I went and looked. It's very decent prices. Like I said, I was gonna purchase a whole suit from her, a whole partial suit of my character Cerise Mercury, and I didn't because we couldn't afford it. Now, it all relied on my girlfriend getting a job, and she has now. She works at Sainsbury's, which is a British company. She's there right now. I waited for her to leave before I did this, because I'm really embarrassed about talking to myself while other people are here on camera. I feel I'm going to be laughed at, so I don't deal with that. So I waited for her to leave. Her work, she spent all of the money that was going to go to my suit on us, like on shirts and stuff like that, before it got to getting the suit, because we were like, okay, we're going to get a tail instead, just the tail. I can make the suit. So I made the suit because it was cheaper. That was sorted. I still want to buy a suit, probably from Chilifoo. I had a bad experience with Don't Hug Cacti, so I refuse to go back to there. Chilifoo is probably my #1 recommendation. Their suits are really characteristic. I think she did a character called King or something like that. I'm gonna go look anyway because I'm cool, because the laptop's right here. Which was a really cool suit that I really liked the look of, and man, it was great. Yeah, the character was called King. It looked really well. It looked really good. It was King Craig the house cat was the suit. But I love what her suits look like, and I want to see more, basically. I love the suits, I love your art style, I love everything. So I'm hoping in the future to do business with Chilifoo again. I recommend her to anybody else. She's amazing. She's good at communication. She's got a good work ethic. She works quickly. My tail was done quite quickly, despite the fact she had some things to complete first. And the shipping was pretty bad, but I don't blame that on Chilifoo at all. Please don't take that as a bad thing. I read reviews. USPS are terrible in general. I don't blame her for using USPS because it's one of the cheapest services out there. But it was a long, complicated waiting process. I don't blame Chilifoo for choosing USPS. I probably would too, for the simple fact they were cheaper. But that's all I got. So thank you guys. This has been Kayaputan. Thank you so much. You can find me as Cancerous on Fur Affinity. Thank you so much. Peace the fuck out.